Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Ed Parcaut, and I'm here with Bobby Atkins, and we're going to talk about real estate.
Yes, always, at least.
All right. A couple little things. I think the statement was buyer, current market, less buyer competition. You
Exactly,
kind of
yeah.
wanted to talk about that, so I'll let you go, and then I'll add in.
Yeah. So what I've noticed just in the last, couple weeks, we've seen a trend of it, where obviously with interest rates going up, we're going to be taking out a lot of those first-time home buyers.
Right.
So if you're in that first-time home buyer situation and you're a well-qualified buyer, right now you have a golden opportunity where you can get into a house.
It's like a golden ticket.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying?
Well, yeah, because I'm telling you, like, say you listed something, for anywhere in the FHA range, there would be 60 people, coming through to view it. You'd have 25 offers. We're not even seeing half of that right now. So,
Well, I still think people are nervous. They think that
Yeah.
rates, they're getting wrong information out there.
Yeah.
I see it. I saw somebody else post it on, Facebook and some of those places, and it was like, this is last year was 3.5 or 3 point. Today it's 5.5. Next year will be, and it was showing that this value was 800 and some thousand. This value is 815,000, and the other value was 800,000. Like, the value is going down and the rates are going to continue to go up, and it's still going to cost you more next year. I don't see that the value is going to go down.
No, I don't either, because we still have supply shortage,
Right.
so that's just a problem that we're never going to fix. So as we've always talked about, and I know you especially talking about the Great Recession with the housing crisis, that's the only time that housing prices have gone down. Right.
Well, there was one other time in a recession, but that was a financial crisis brought on by real estate. And at that time in 2007, we had 3.5 million homes on the market. We have 870,000 nationwide. So we're in a different realm.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know that kind of ties into some other conversations we've had as far as like supply issues. But yeah, I for those people that are still really interested in buying and you're super qualified, and you've been competing in this market and competing against a ton of other offers, this is the time to put your offer in. As we know, the interest rate you get today isn't going to be the one you're stuck with for 30 years,
No.
So
no, things are going to change.
Yeah.
And I think yesterday we were talking about there's a 50-50 chance we're in a recession. There's a 50-50 chance we're not in a recession.
Yeah.
But we will be in one, and rates will go down. Right now everybody's worried, so they're sitting on the fence. And I saw another article about get your buyers off the fence. This is the perfect time to buy because the fact of there's so much disinformation out there. They're scared.
Yeah.
And you need to walk them through. And the other thing I saw, somebody was like, if your lender's telling you you're pre-approved and they don't have any of your documents, any of your stuff, you need to get a new lender.
Oh, who's doing that? I guess you can't say.
Yeah. I just saw it out there. I'm just saying you need to be in this market so that for a fact, what your numbers are, everything. You need to be fully underwritten, pre-approved, and that's what you should be writing offers on, nothing else.
Yeah. I mean, not that you still don't have to write a clean offer, but I think this is going to be we're kind of in that place where full price or maybe $5,000-$10,000 over is going to get that offer accepted. Where just a few months ago we're talking getting beat out by up to $60,000-$70,000. So
right.
if you're a qualified buyer, you're actually going to spend less buying a house right now at this current lull that they're kind of creating, right with the uncertainty. You're gonna spend less than you would have a few months ago.
Right. So, still a seller's market. It's still going to be sold for top dollar.
Yeah.
It just might not have to worry about bidding over ask in our area.
Yeah.
Where that wasn't a thing 2 years ago.
No.
In our area. It was always a thing in the Bay Area, but in our area it wasn't. And then that started as people coming this way. I'm going to bid 100,000. Like, I have a client that got in contract yesterday, and she's like, if I was buying over where I'm from, I would have had to go 100,000 over. Here I had to go 30.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Right. So yeah.
And I mean, that mentality kind of got imported over here because let's see, the first house I saw that went for $30,000 over that I listed. This was like 3 years ago, and this person came from the Bay Area, sold their house in Antioch for like $980,000, and there were no competing offers. But I didn't tell them that; they just wrote me an offer for 30 grand more cash,
Right.
And I was like, okay, well,
they don't need to know. That's not your job. That's not them to tell them. It's only to tell your seller.
Yeah, but that's when I first started seeing that, where people were going, cash above and beyond,
because they want it. And that's the thing is, is this the house you want? Because I was working with another client. That's the same thing. They're like, well, there's only 2 of us and they want 800 and some, and I'm like, well, 2 things. One, does your wife want it? Yes. Is this the house for her? Yes. All right. Do what your wife says, first of all. And second, it was $32 more a month.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, just don't go out to eat one time, right?
Well, I mean, and I know, it's scary because you're increasing your payment for this big house and certain things, and it can be very scary, and our whole world could change, but we're already there. We're in this change. And again, I'm not going to get political, but please get out and vote policies, not personalities.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Is there anything else you need to talk about? Rates are kind of stabilizing. I was saying that yesterday, meaning that we're not seeing a drastic increase in the rate right now. It's kind of like stabilizing and coming down a little bit. We're hoping that's where it's going to be. The more the Fed does something, the more stable we're going to see rates.
Yeah. And do you see a possible rate reduction, anytime in the near future?
Hold on, let me get my crystal ball.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on, man.
There is a potential. I'm sorry, that's my 8 ball. There possibly is a potential for that. All right, man.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thanks for coming in today. I appreciate it.
All right.
And we're here every Tuesdays and Thursdays with Bobby. And we're between, we don't know if it's at 9 o'clock or 9:30. It just depends on our schedules. Tuesdays are a little crazy.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. And everybody have a great day.
All right. Thanks, Ed.